Professional procrastinators. Professional procrastinators. What do you know? What do you understand by procrastination? What is procrastination? Procrastination, now let's say you have to study, right? I have kept an exam. You want to study. Let's say it's on pure information, what we just said. You want to study. And once you're going home, you're like, and take it like imagine this is a phone, as a phone is being used as a camera. Time is 3:30. Okay. Tomorrow exam, I'll start studying by 4. YouTube. Okay, go share it. All those filters, Snapchat. You all don't use Snapchat. Okay, anyone don't got it. And the time is 4. And tomorrow exam. Now you're changing. You need to make a change. So from using the phone while sitting, you're going to the bed and using it. Very big change. Wonderful. That is procrastination. That is procrastination. You don't procrastinate because you are lazy. Maybe laziness is also can contribute to procrastination. But procrastination is completely different from being lazy. Even the most active people procrastinate. But even I procrastinate. Everybody procrastinates. But it is a problem when this procrastination starts affecting your daily activities. So how does procrastination actually work? So if you consider your brain, which I'm sure most of you have, okay, most of you have a brain, right? So in your brain, you have the frontal region, and there is a region called the limbic region. Okay, in the limbic region is very emotional. This is the part that regulates emotion. It wants immediate pleasure. Immediate pleasure. However, the one in the frontal lobe, plan. I have to do this by this time. I have to be a doctor by 25, 27. I want to be an engineer by 30. I don't know if I want to be engineers, never mind. I want to be a consultant by 32. I need to earn this much money. I need to earn this much. I need to have this many houses. Your frontal lobe is putting the plan. Your limbic system wants immediate pleasure. During procrastination, this is overwhelmed. This. So when you know exactly what you need to do, you start taking the phone and going on YouTube shorts. You start taking what, for example, if you need to study right now, you go out of your room and start talking to your mother. This is not to say that you don't have to talk to your mother, but the reason you're talking to the mother is not out of love. It's because you're avoiding your work. You go and talk. When you call your friends. Those are all types of procrastination. There is one special thing that many people do, which they think is being productive, but it's actually procrastination. This is known as planning. Planning. Everybody does this. Planning. Suddenly, out of nowhere, 5 a.m. you are waking up, and then you get that hit of motivation. Right? I'll rank first 10, I'll become rank 0. I'm better than the first guy. You should have never seen a person like that. Be the best at everything. Just get the life in track and taking your book and drawing a wonderful, colorful table with sticky notes, highlighters, color pens, everything. I am putting biology this day, physics this day, chemistry this day, 5 to 6 p.m., 6 to 7 p.m., 8 to 9 p.m. I'm brushing my teeth within 5 minutes. All of it is there. Everything from the letter, from 12 a.m. in the morning to the next time, 24 hours, each second is accounted for. Beautiful plan. What time will you start putting this plan? 5 a.m. Let's say it's a Saturday. No class, assuming no class. What time do you finish putting this plan? 12 p.m. 7 hours. But eventually you do have a beautiful plan. You have a very nice plan. And then 12 p.m. You take your plan and you are seeing, I have to start at 5 p.m. It's already 12. Never mind, we'll start tomorrow. 12 p.m. to the next 5 a.m. You are not doing anything. Instead of making the plan for these 7 hours, just know all you have to do is study. There's nothing special. Book all of them. That's all you have to do. Open the book and study. You should have studied the 7 hours in the plan. So many people do this. Whenever they get that boost of motivation, they start planning excessively, which is also a type of procrastination. Also a type of procrastination. Different types are there. going to talk with your family, with your friends, sleeping, just daydreaming. What else is there? Using your phone, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, TikTok. All of them are types of procrastination. The main thing that I also got trapped into was this planning. If you put the best plans, there is this many lecture notes in this day. This is the one that I have studied during this time. This is the one that I do this time. These papers I have to make on this day. None of it happens. Plan or just get up and start doing the work. He is also linked to something known as perfectionism. You need the perfect conditions to start. That is what you tell yourself. For me to study, okay, current rate. I mean, study after the current comes. Wait, I need to go to the washroom and have a wash and come and then we'll get fresh. You can start studying. Then no water. Now is the book going to close itself if you don't smell good? No. So if you want to use the phone, do you say, wait, let the current come, let's use the phone. Wait, let the water come, let's use the phone. Wait, at 10 o'clock, I'm going to start using the phone. No, you just use exactly the same way doing any work. You don't need any perfect conditions. If you start, you start to study. If you have your book, you need to study. Sit down and start studying. You don't need the perfect conditions. Okay, so perfectionism is linked very, very closely to procrastination. When you want the perfect conditions, you will never start because you can never be perfect. So recently I started doing YouTube was, I don't have the best camera quality. So even this I might probably put it on YouTube. I don't have the best camera quality. I don't even have a mic. I'm using the laptop's mic. So before I want to start YouTube, just after I finished my A-levels. During the first year of medical school, I wanted to start YouTube, but I couldn't because I was waiting for the perfect camera. I was waiting for the perfect microphone. I wanted to learn editing. I wanted to learn videography. So you want the perfect conditions to start. So I procrastinated for 1.5 years. Eventually, but I just clicked record and started. That is what you need. When you want to study, you don't wait till a perfect time, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:45, 7:50. No. You start at 7:43, an ugly number. You start, right? So now you know why you procrastinate. Why you procrastinate, you need to know. If a certain task is boring, if a certain task is difficult, if a certain task, let's say, is, you have the fear of failing, you have fear of failing, you can't study, you can't get and do it. It's boring anyway, you can't do it. Using the phone, watching something, so much more interesting than studying. Boring. You have to eradicate this boring part. Always start with the subject that you like then. Physics, chemistry. If you like physics and chemistry, do physics and chemistry, even though it hurts me a bit to see that you like physics and chemistry more than biology. If you are studying biology, try to apply it in real life. Can you remember last time I told you how you had to study digestive system? You study the notes, okay, but they are not bringing it out of thin air. Some real life thing that happened and understood is only mentioned in the resource book. So when you are studying, so let's say when you're eating, again, like I mentioned, I'm a bulk feeder because I'm eating with my hand. I'm chewing. Salivary amylase is acting on this polysaccharide converting starch to maltose, going into the stomach, pepsin and everything is acting. Gastric acid stimulation, saliva, nervous reflex. Think, continuously think. Then this boring part can become interesting. So when you are learning about, let's say, optics in physics, you're wearing spectacles. You know what lens is your spectacles, convex or concave? No, he doesn't know. Do you know? No. So when you're learning optics, when you're studying optics, if you come across a lens, there are so many lens questions. Take your specs and look, oh, this happens to me also. I also have short-sightedness or long-sightedness. So when you apply these things into real life, this boring part can get irrelevant. Difficult. Obviously, it will be difficult. If you don't do it, how will it be easy? Using and scrolling on the phone is very easy. But studying is difficult. This difficulty can become easy only if you keep doing it. Keep doing it repeatedly. Start with the easy topics. Start with the easy topics and go move on to the difficult ones later. Then eventually this part also will be okay. Fear of failing. Well, if you don't do, you're going to fail anyways. So you might as well try. If you try and fail, it's okay. If you try and fail, it's okay. If you don't try and if you fail, it's a very difficult. Very difficult. This is you. This is also you. Let's say this is the you that achieved everything you need, everything you want, everything you need. This is you currently. The distance between this and this can be shortened and completely eradicated if you get rid of procrastination. There is a big resistance in wanting to do what you actually need. So when you are sitting on the bed, lying down, using your phone, and when you know you need to study later. Don't need to go and start studying then itself. Slowly get out of the bed, go to the table and start writing why. What is there for me to do? Why don't I want to do this work? Writing. So this is very useful for people who are nervous also. So when you are nervous in something, okay, I did that quiz recently. I was very nervous when answering questions. You don't say, okay, I'm not nervous. This is nothing. I know this. No. Okay. I am nervous. It's all right. This is something that is important to me. I am nervous. So if I it is very important to me, I will be nervous. I know this stuff, I studied it before. So whatever I know will come, whatever I don't know, whatever I don't know also will come. If I know it, I will answer. If I don't know, I won't answer. Okay, so nervousness, you accept the nervousness. So likewise, if you accept the nervousness, you will be able to perform better. If you go to an exam and you start getting nervous and your pen clip and everything is falling, hands are vibrating. Say, okay, take a few deep breaths. Okay, I studied for this exam. Now I can't do anything. Whatever I know, I will write. Whatever I don't know, I won't write. What I studied, if I, without getting nervous, even if I get nervous, it's okay. Nervousness means fast, your heart starts beating faster. If your heart starts beating faster, what does it mean? More blood will go to the brain. If more blood goes to the brain, means your brain starts working better. So nervousness will help. So when you feel nervous, you just accept it. Okay, I am nervous, but it's okay. I will continue doing what I want to do. Likewise, assess the procrastination, address the procrastination. Why am I procrastinating? Write it down. Okay, I am tired. That is why I'm procrastinating. I am overwhelmed. That is why I'm procrastinating. Okay, accept. Why am I tired? Obviously, if you lie on your bed, you will feel sleepy and tired. So get up, change your environment, start studying. What was the what did I write it? Huh? Overwhelmed. If you're overwhelmed by you have such a big syllabus to study. So break it down. Break it down into smaller chunks. Again, make sure when you are going to study, if you have 5 hours to study, don't spend 4 hours breaking it down. No point. Then that is also sort of procrastination. Quickly, osmoregulation I have to study. Okay, first let me study the different types of excretory structures in different animals. Okay, done. Next I will study ultrafiltration. Okay, done. Reabsorption. Okay, done. But secretion, okay, done. ADH. Like that, break it down into smaller topics that will surely help. Okay. So the greater the resistance, now you feel like I don't want to do this work at all. That is the work you exactly have to do. That is the work that is most important. Because you will put out the most important work. You will not do the most important. The most important work needs to be done. You also know exactly what you need to do. Become this person, don't you? You know exactly what you need to do. You have now. If I write you a plan, okay, you follow this to the dot. You will get your dreams. You will achieve your dreams. You know that plan. You have that plan. All you need to do is follow that plan. Every time you make a bad choice, keep in mind the distance between this and this will increase. So this procrastination is what made you go from whatever good student you were to an average student. Because A levels matter more. So when A levels matter more, the resistance to start studying is also very high. So then you don't study. Okay. So if your phone is distracted, get rid of it. Go cold turkey. So when I was doing my A levels, my phone is distracted. Phone was distracting. From morning to evening, and during my study hours, I put my phone somewhere else. I put some type of a lock. Even when I actually needed to use the phone to get a class link, I couldn't because it was locked. So if you think your phone is disturbing, you go and give your phone to your parents. If you think anything else is disturbing, you get rid of it. Okay. So when you get rid of these distractions, is when you can become closer to the person you want to be. Okay, is that clear? Right. So then, so how do you beat procrastination? Is by doing. Simple. If you want to beat procrastination, you should start doing. Less planning and more doing. Okay. So you do this, follow this, schedule your day properly, but don't don't spend your entire day scheduling. If you're scheduling a day, schedule it in the morning within like 10-15 minutes and do the tasks in the remaining of the day. That is remaining for the day. Okay. If you do it properly only, you should be able to get whatever you want to achieve. But you must have been some good students. If not, you all want to choose A-level science stream, you probably found O-level science and it's a bit easier than the others. Right? That means you were students who were able to do it. But why does it drop? Why does it drop once you come into A-levels? The main reason is this. Even I did procrastinate so much, procrastinating a lot. But I also tried these methods. So these methods started working a bit. That is why I'm coming and telling you. So I'm also not perfect. I also procrastinate. But you can procrastinate, but it should not affect your academics. Whatever you're studying, it should not affect your life. Okay. So right, follow this and should be all right.